felt some type of way.
Yeah,
right.
I felt like, hold
That's why
on,
I
wait.
say them expectations can really burn bridges because you be in your feelings.
I was, because I'm like, hold on. All right, welcome back. This is installment number 3.
Girl Talk. HMU, hear me out.
HMU?
I'm sorry, HMO.
Whoa. Hello.
Listen, I'm talking about them universities. No, I'm just kidding.
Apparently so. HMO. All right, so we're back. We're back.
Yes.
Cheers.
Toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To, what are we cheersing to? I'm going to cheers to...
I'm already sipping it.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good.
Let me cheers to a very stressful week, but a successful week.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday, because at the beginning of the week, I was like, I do not know how I'm going to get to the end of the week. And we made it.
No, it just seemed like it was just dragging.
It was a really long week.
Yes. It was a really long week. I was stressed in a good way, but I just
mine was not in a good way.
Yeah.
It was just
it is
stressful
what it is.
for the sake of being stressful. A lot of stuff was happening in the professional life, and I'm just glad it's Friday. I'm glad it's over.
I'm glad it's Friday too, girl.
Glad it's over. But today we're talking about
expectations.
All right. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you, if your ring ever gets big, say you lose a lot of weight, because I lost some weight, they have these things on Amazon. Have you seen this?
Oh,
so they have these things on Amazon that you can put like a little thing on your ring, and it helps to keep it from being loose, because I was about to lose my ring. I was literally about to lose it, so this kind of helps it to stay there. So
I like it. And shout outs to you for being dedicated and losing so much weight. Because let me tell you, like, working out, eating right, it's literally a lifestyle. It's like you have to, like, I hate diets because it just seems like you start and then you stop and then you start and you stop. But it's like when you just really make it a lifestyle, like lock in and really get in, it's life changing. So I'm so proud of you. Because of course, girl, trust me, I know it ain't easy, baby. It's not.
But the thing is, I was unhappy for so long.
Yeah, I know.
I was unhappy for so long, and I finally was like, I just want to do it. Like, I'm not even going to worry about the end goal. I'm just going to start and just every day, okay, I need to exercise. I need to go to the gym. I need to. And what's interesting is that once I was like a month in, it became easy. It was like, okay, well, I just got to go to the gym today, whatever. But yeah, I'm good. I'm really happy.
And it comes to, your expectation when you put in the work, you expect that to come back. And you want to see those type of results. I really love this topic because I feel like expectations, it's like something that I feel like we all should have, but then sometimes it's like we shouldn't have expectations. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that and see how we all can have healthy expectations and when not to put so much expectations on things because it can really destroy your whole motivation, your whole character. Sometimes like when you expect something from someone and they don't show up or when they don't follow through, and it's like
That's a major one.
Because it could burn some bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like them expectations is no joke.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like expectations, what's interesting about it is like when I was younger, I would say probably high school into college, I always had the mentality that don't expect anything from anybody.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to be disappointed, is when you have expectations for people. And I think as I got older, naturally, you kind of have to expect things from people.
Like, you do.
You kind of naturally expect things from people because you don't want to waste your time. Our time is like the most expensive commodity that we have.
Right.
And we try to kind of like hedge our bets a little bit, like, okay, what are we doing here? Why aren't you? Or even if it's in a business relationship, or even if it's in a friendship,
all types of relationships.
Hey, if you pull up for me,
I want you to pull up.
I kind of expect you to pull up for me.
Right. Like, that expectation. There you go. I mean, if I come into work, I expect to get a check. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a healthy balance for expectations. I also...
break it down. What is the healthy balance in your opinion?
Okay, so a healthy balance like I said, we have the obvious. You put in the work and you get the results. Right? Like, that's just obvious. You go into work, you get a check. You work out, you lose weight. Like, that's your expectations. So now, getting over into relationships, though, because like I said,
that's where it gets sticky.
That's where it gets real sticky. Because once again, you're dealing with personality. You're dealing with personality traits. You're dealing with like other people and how they feel. I always say this saying, don't dye red flags white.
And I love that saying. Yes. When you said that day, I was like, yo, we got to put that on a
t-shirt. You feel me? Because don't dye red flags white. Because what you're doing is you see the red flag, right? And you're trying to say, oh, it's all right. It's all good. I'm going to turn this into a surrender flag. Like, we good. You feel me? And we going to just dye this thing white.
Yeah.
But then now your expectation of thinking that something's going to be different and it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so then this is where you have to say, like, okay, we've been here before. You feel me?
And that's that. When you've been there before, listen, talk about it. Hold on, let's move this over because we got to get you in frame, girl. We got to get you in frame. Talk about it because you sound like you want to take us to church. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, I have a relationship with someone, a female at that, and you know, my sister was just telling me, like, you know, you set yourself up for failure because you should know that this is how this person operates. This is, so now I'm expecting, you know, I have to expect the worst, unfortunately, you know what I mean? And it's saving me because now I'm realizing, like, okay, I have to keep my distance, you know what I'm saying? Like I still rock with you, but just not on that level, because I know my expectation of this person is going to come back not the best.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you give room for people to change?
Grow and change. Yes and no. Okay, so now here's another thing with expectations. Once again, don't dye red flags white. Okay. You have to know how many times have you been in this situation. There's some people that really want to try and make changes and I have the conversation, you feel me? And talking is one thing, but then when it don't happen, when you don't see any of those changes, I already expected, I already knew that it was all talk. You feel me? I just had the conversation because she was like, have the conversation. But, you know, a week go by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by. I feel like it's like a whole month or something, and no change. So my expectation of the change, I knew wasn't gonna happen.
Okay, let's take a half step back. So you do leave room for the opportunity for growth and change, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you temper that with, we've been here before. I know what this looks like. I'm open to, and I'm very much so open to if there is a change, but I'm not expecting there to be a change based on the fact that I kind of seen this before, right?
Exactly.
Now, in my opinion, I think there are certain scenarios where expectations I think are warranted, right? You know, I expect my family to be there for me if I go through something.
Amen.
That's just off the rip, because I know that there isn't a call that I would not make if my brother, if my mom, if my dad, any of my close relatives needed me in any capacity.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
There isn't a call I wouldn't make to make something happen. I think, you know, in my marriage, I do expect for my husband to honor the covenants that we made. I expect, you know, those are certain relationships and certain scenarios where
expectations are
high, and I think that that's the standard. Like, we have to honor those expectations because that's just the nature of those relationships. I think in other relationships, like friendships, when you're dating, when you're getting to know someone, I think the healthiest thing to do is to not have
that many expectations, right?
Not have that many expectations, but also respect that, you know, you don't know. Like, you don't have the answer, right? You don't know how something is going to pan out. I've been in situations where I expected someone to do a thing or not to do a thing, and I was disappointed, you know?
I know.
And not that I was just disappointed. I had to check myself. Like, well, why did I put that on them like that?
That part.
You know what I mean? Like, why did I put that on that person?
Right.
To do all this when they never communicated to me that that's what it was. Like, they never gave me
no type of inkling
like
to
they
say
didn't
like
tell
this
me
is
okay, like this is what I want to do. This is something that I envision doing. And so I do think that there is a responsibility on us to not put those expectations on other people unless and until
they show you otherwise,
you, or they showed you that this is what you can expect of me.
Exactly.
That's kind of where I think, you know, that fine line is like, if this person has not said, hey, you know, this is something that I'm capable of doing, I want to do, and you can rely on me to do, don't expect anything. Just watch watch and see what happens.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I totally agree. You know.
So good.
I love this.
So good.
I'll send it to you. Don't trip. No, yeah, I feel like that is very important, especially in the beginning of a type of friendship, relationship. You know, even when you walk into a job for the first time, it's like, you know, you're a new hire, you're expected to do your job, right? But don't walk in expecting everybody to like you, right? You could be stepping on somebody's toes. You could have got the last person's, you know, position, and now it's like, okay, you got a lot of shoes to fill. You feel me? Like,
or they're looking at you like you know.
Right. Are you even are you even capable of having this position? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just Black History Month, you know, being a Black woman, I feel like we're expected, you know, to be just so strong and, you know, I could push you through anything or what type of situation. Yeah. Due to expectations can, like I said, it can really build a person, because I feel like when everyone's looking at you kind of and you're like expected to be like this and that, and, you know, it can really push a person to like step up to the plate. Like, okay, I have to do this, you know, I'm expected to be here every single day, I want to participate because that's what I'm expected, you know, like that's what they expect of me. And then just like how you say, you can also be disappointed because a person doesn't follow through, or dang, you know, you got this job and I really expected you to be here and be on time, like how you know homegirl came through, you know what I mean, and didn't show up, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, okay, I gotta let you go, you feel me? It's like ooh.
And also too, like, I remember this is when you were talking, I thought about back in the day, really back in the day. I think it was like one of my first jobs out of college. I worked in PR for a little bit, and I remember working for this PR firm, and I was bright-eyed, you know, all the youthful exuberance in the world. And I remember we had this one client. It was like Hard Luck Candy Vodka or something like that. It was a flavored vodka brand that we were representing. And I remember thinking, man, if I bring in a client, like let's say I bring in another client, right? I'm going to ask my boss if she can, you know, cut me in on a deal, like give me like, you know, a little bonus, like 50%.
That expectation, right? I tell you, boy.
And I remember, and again, had no experience whatsoever at negotiating, no experience at all at securing a client, anything like that. I didn't even realize, like, she's running a business. She has overhead, she has payroll, she has all these things. I'm just thinking, well, if I bring in a client, I should get a cut. And I remember having that conversation with her, and she was like, that's not how it works. You know? She's like, that's not how it works. Like, you get your salary, and if you bring in a client, that's good, you know, good job, but that you're not going to get, like, a percentage of the deal. Right. And I remember thinking, like, well, then why would I be incentivized to bring in
exactly.
Like, it didn't make no sense to me. But that was my expectation, right? My expectation was, that sounded fair. Like, okay, we're working, I get my salary, I'm doing what you tell me to do, but if I go above and beyond to bring in more money for you, why wouldn't you cut me in on the deal? That was an expectation as a young 20-something-year-old that, I mean, obviously I don't think that it was bad necessarily, I wasn't informed, right? And so that expectation really soured that relationship. That expectation soured that relationship, and I don't think I lasted there.
Wow, really?
No, I didn't, because I felt like
some type of way, right?
Like,
that's why I say them expectations can really burn bridges because you be in your feelings.
I was, because I'm like, hold on. I'm going out I'm working, you know, 9 hours, 9-10 hours a day, and then you have us going out to these events. Now, mind you, this is I'm like 21, 22. So yeah, it was cool. We're in Hollywood. After work, we're going to different events. We're networking, but it's still like I'm doing all this extra work,
right?
And I'm not getting cut in,
right,
on the big bucks. I want the big bucks,
right?
So,
absolutely, you know. And you know, like I said, I feel like that is a good way where you realize, okay, their expectation of you was just to come in and do the job.
Of course.
Your right, exactly, and then but you took it upon yourself to say,
I'm a businesswoman. In my mind, I was like, listen, I'm gonna get to this bag, okay? I was like, listen, I'm gonna bring in 2 more clients.
She expected the bag.
I expected to be a partner. I was like, make me a partner. I'm gonna bring in this extra client because I was networking. Think about it. I'm going out. I'm networking. I'm meeting all these people.
No. I mean, and listen, I'm not. Like I said, you stepped up to the plate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. But that expectation of thinking that you were going to be rewarded for that never came. So
that was a hard lesson. That was a hard lesson. You know what's crazy? This is what's really crazy. I ended up leaving that role. I probably worked there maybe 7-8 months. I didn't last there very long. And the reason why I left was because she kept writing me checks that would bounce. I'm like, look, hold on. You know, you can't do that. You can't write.
Expectation. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If I'm working for you, no check should be bouncing.
Yeah, I want my check. Okay.
Come on now.
Again, I will say that in hindsight, you know, many years later, I don't know how old she was at the time. She was probably maybe in her 30s, 40s at best. Running a business is very, very hard. But I remember, you know, after like the second or third check bounce, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't be driving from the Valley to Hollywood every day. And, you know, when it's time to get paid, my check bounces. And so I ended up filing some paperwork and I ended up winning a judgment for like, I don't know, 12 racks. And I never collected the money. And you know, it was good for like 7 years. And I never collected my money. I would never. I was just young and didn't know no better. I was like, they gave me the judgment. I was like, okay, but then, you know, when you get your judgment, they don't just hand you the money. You actually have to go and get your money. You know what I mean? Like, it's
tripping.
I was. And I remember when it expired, I was so hurt. I was like, man,
listen,
I could have did a lot with that.
I'll be on whatever come my way. I gotta stay on. But that's.
This is so good, man. Go, girl. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Make sure you look at her too. Hey.
There's just a healthy balance. Yeah.
Have you had an expectation recently that made you want to talk about this?
You know, not necessarily like a.
So that means yes. When you say not necessarily, that means yes, I did. So let's talk about the real.
My goodness! I mean, I really did not think about like there was nothing that really happened. In life. I mean, like I said, when I go somewhere, you know what I mean, I expect to just have a good time, right? Like, I think, you know, just there's like certain expectations, like when you get ready, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like you go out and it's like, okay, cool. But then it's like some things kind of turn left and you're like, okay, well, why are we here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't come here for all of that. Like, you feel me? You know, it's a lot that I think that we throw expectations around. And like I said, you could be thinking one way, but someone else is thinking completely different.
And you know what's crazy?
It just throws it all off. And I'm just like, why are we here?
My thing is, I feel like, so I'm going to lead with, I feel like, and I think that I am such a solid person that if I have an expectation from you and you don't meet it, we're probably not going to be cool after that. Like, I can cut you a little bit of grace. I can cut you a little bit of grace. Like, I can kind of like, but if I really rock with you, and I don't rock with a lot of people, that's the thing. Like, I am very selective when it comes to the people
who's
that
in your circle.
Yeah, like the people that I give especially my time and energy. Circle. You know what I mean? Like, if I pull up on you, if I'm spending time on you, like if I'm spending time on you, if I'm spending money with you, I have an expectation that you're gonna be. Yeah, that
I
you're
totally
gonna be,
agree.
And if you're not, you get 1, maybe 2 times, and
I should probably be better with that. Like, I should probably not hang around certain people. That's what I'm saying. Yes. It's like because I do give a little bit more grace, and I try to be like, okay, I know, and it's like, okay, well, they're family, or like, okay, I've known them for so long, but still, people are people though. Like, why should
family,
you?
I feel like you kind of like
still though. That's what I'm saying.
who's your family.
Right, I understand that, but that's why you have to start building boundaries. Because once again, if you get too close, you already know what is to come. That because the expectation is there. Like, I mean, at this point, you'd be blind, dumb, and stupid to not think that what just happened, you know, a couple of months ago is not going to happen again.
But I'm going to tell my family, like, directly. Like, that
was not cool. Absolutely. But I mean, what else can you do? It's not cool. Now I got to take a step back. True. And I can't cross this line with you no more. Like, and I love you to pieces. And I mean, we roll tough together. But it's like, I just know in my hearts of hearts, like, this could turn left so fast. And I just don't, I hate turning left. I'm left-handed, but I don't like turning left. I'm trying to stay right with you. You feel me? Especially like for me, you know, I got you no matter what.
Because we're Cancers.
Man, I'll ride for you till the end, till the wheels fall off.
You know what's crazy? Okay. This has nothing to do with well, maybe a little bit, but this has nothing to do with expectations. So Chloe and Burna Boy, real quick.
Yo, they're both Cancers.
But I actually saw them on the Shade Room today, and I like them. I spoke too soon, and I kind of like judged them. Now again,
I like them together. I think they're cute.
I'm not gonna say that like it's
a where he got her watch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like it's a forever thing. If it happens to be an ever thing, cool. I'll support that. But
my expectations, probably not a forever thing. Right. But I'm gonna mind my business.
But the thing is, like, she looks like she's having fun, and you know, he's like,
I know, yeah, and I know she getting a little big. You know, she getting it in. So, because you know, Cancers,
they're both Cancers, right?
They're both Cancers.
That's dope. I feel like Cancers get a bad rap. We do cry a lot. I cry a lot. We do cry a lot. We're very emotional.
We are very emotional.
We can be a little, you know what I mean? But I feel like we're solid.
We are solid.
I feel like we are solid.
There's no like I feel. We are solid.
But like, that's how I feel.
Okay, yeah. No,
we're solid. I didn't say I feel like we're solid. I think we're solid.
We are solid. We are solid. We're so solid. Like and that's what I'm saying. Like how she was saying, when you start getting into this center circle, there is nothing I will not do for you. Mm-hmm. Like, there is nothing I will not do for you. Like, and I'm a woman of my word. Like, I
feel like that's all Cancers though. No.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like my thing is to the point where sometimes I'll give my word and be like, man, why did I do that? And now I gotta do it.
I have to do it. I gotta pull up. And that's why
everybody's not like that.
No, they're not. Because when I say I'm obligated to something, like, I'm pulling up, like, free of charge. You feel me? Like, I'm there for you no matter what.
Cancers are honestly, no. Like, no, I know I'm
you can expect that.
I'm not. Well, I will say that I'm learning in this season of my life to prioritize what works best for me. In the past, it would be like, okay, I'm just going to do this because I feel like this person needs something, or this would be good for them, or, you know, whatever. But now in this season of my life, I am prioritizing like
yourself.
What does that look like for me? Like, does that make financial sense? Is that a good decision? Should I be doing this? Should I be going here, etc.? So I'm factoring that in more. But at the core of me, I am somebody. If I give you my word, you can take that to the bank and cash it. Like, if I say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna be here, you can take that to the bank and cash it. Now, hold on. There is a caveat. I know this is an oxymoron because I'm gonna kind of contradict myself real quick.
But Cancers are like, we tend to go into our shell.
I will flake on you. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna just be honest because I don't want nobody who's gonna see this later to try to come and call me out. All right, I will flake if the day comes and I've had a bad day or I just not feeling it.
Yeah,
I will cancel. But you know what? That's for everybody's good. That's for everybody. That's not just for me. Because when Cancers are not on...
Yeah, we not on...
You don't really want to surround like that.
Yeah, you really don't. You really don't. Because it's going to be a problem.
You don't want to surround.
A full problem.
Yeah. Like, so if I tell you...
The way how we gets to talking, it's going to be argument.
Or the thing is, like, I wear my emotions on my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if I'm not feeling it, I'm not having a good time, I don't want to be here.
Could you tell I had a bad day Sunday when we were doing this podcast, the first...
Yes. Absolutely, categorically, yes.
I was not feeling that day.
I said, okay.
I was
First of all, she was late. Okay, that's number one. She was like,
you know, I'm never late.
And I'm like, okay.
I was late.
I'm like,
I was fashionably late.
She would know, but she came stepping. And so Ia go, and here's the thing. This is the thing about cancers. Like, because you was late, it kind of made me feel some type of way. So EO comes in and he's just like, Michelle not here yet? And I'm like, do you see her? Do you see her here? You know what I mean? Like, do you see her sitting here? You don't see her sitting here.
I need y'all to fall back.
No, but you were still a professional though. You were still a professional.
I was trying to stay out of my emotions.
Yes.
She was like, see, this is why you women be having these conversations.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
That's what you did though. You be getting into your emotions. I'm gonna just read this segment real quick.
They do though. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about expectations. She's trying to go back to that, and I'm trying to tell you, like, we don't want to go to that conversation, because that conversation is a different conversation. We're not having that conversation right now. I'm just saying. But it was true.
How I acted though, because like I said, once again, the expectations of me pulling up on time, you know,
but you be late from time to time. I know,
but I'm just saying. But like, I could tell that I had a little slight attitude, because like my mood right there that day was like, honey, everybody could get it. Like, look at me sideways.
We all have days like that.
We all have days like that.
I've had to listen. Listen to me. At the start of this week right here,
had you on a roller coaster ride.
A few moments later.
He said detrimented. Oh my God. That was the funniest thing I see all week. And then the second funniest was when you asked if girl.
But the fact that your hands were like this. Wait, that's what makes it even more funny.
I have to find the video. Wait a minute. And the crazy part about it is
that was a serious question.
No,
I was so serious.
The craziest part about it,
and she was like,
"Hold on, I gotta play this."
She was like,
"I gotta play this. Hold on, I think it's charged. Hold on."
She was like this.
Let me let y'all see this. And I don't like the fact that her hair is up. I don't know how I would have wanted her hair to be with this, but this was just not the right outfit for this type of event.
So are her hands in the sleeves?
No, they're. Bruh, this woman's hands are nowhere to be seen, and you asked if her hands were in the sleeves. I can't deal with you. Like, how did you ask that question? But the fact that you were so serious about it.
I was so serious, bro.
Man. And on that note, guys, the 2025 season is over. This is a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Hear Me Out podcast. Make sure
2 E's.
2 E's. Make sure that you follow me. Listen, guys, I am sitting at a whopping 43. I had 44 last week. Somebody unfollowed me, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all right.
It was that comment. No.
At Only City. 2 Y's. Because I'm 2 Y's. Just letting you know. Follow me, because I need more followers.
And I'm paper mache, because I'll be about that paper.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so run it.
All right, y'all. Follow, like, subscribe. Peace.
Is it over?
Is it over?
It's over.